Hi, thanks for joining us here again at Flowers on Ninth on our YouTube channel. Tonight we're going to cover the topic of making your own vase arrangement. It's not as scary as you might think it is. We'll show you how to do something really contemporary, something a little more modern, and super easy to do. So we're going to start out with a vase. Everybody's got one at home. If you don't, you should come down and buy one. And some river rock in the bottom. Those things are great. They look great and they serve a purpose in the arrangement. We've added our water to it, which already has the floral preservative mixed into it. And we're going to start our base with an armature of curly willow. So what we do is take the willow that we have and soften it a little bit and just work it a bit, and we can wrap it around our hand like so. And we just tuck it into the vase like that. And we'll do a couple other pieces in there. And it creates a lot of interest inside the vase, so the arrangement is a lot more interesting to look at, and it serves a purpose because it'll hold the stems in place when we go to place them in. So we're going to also add some height to this bouquet with the remainder, or with some of the rest of the curly willow. So we're going to just tuck that in, and as we're putting it in, see, we can push that down in between the rocks and it holds it in place. So this arrangement here is going to be a modern arrangement. So we're going to use the pink mink proteas. I've got some reed grass from Africa that we're going to use in there. We've got some little green berries called Brasilia that's from Africa as well. Some Star of Bethlehem in white, comes in other colors. The white stuff's really pretty. And an assortment of tropical leaves. These are aspidistra leaves, and these are lilygrass leaves. So we're going to start with placing our main focal flower. I've always found that this is the easiest one to start with, and then you build from there. And we're just going to remove some of the foliage on there. Again, anything that goes below the water line, we should definitely take out, because it'll grow bacteria, and that'll cause the flowers to die prematurely. So when I'm figuring out the height that I want to do for this, I'll usually hold my flower toward the edge of the table where the stem drops down, and decide how tall I want it, and then cut from there. So we made a good clean cut on our protea, and we're sinking it nice and deep down into the vase there, just so it's at the edge. And I think from that point, we're going to add our aspidistra leaves. And usually if you run your finger along the rib a little bit, you can soften it, and it'll curl over for you. It just adds a little bit more interest. So we'll get it curled over here, and we'll just give it another clip. And I think that we want that to go on this side here. I'm making this arrangement backwards, so you have to bear with me. Normally I'm looking at it when I'm doing it. This one here, I want it to stay more firm, so we're not going to soften the leaf. We're going to leave it firm so it stands up for us and helps to create the line, or helps to follow the line of the bouquet. So we've got our curly willow in here that's starting the line. We've got our aspidistra leaves at the back for height, and then this is continuing following the line. I think this is a great point here where we can put in the mountain reed, and I like to use it clustered like that. It has a bit more body to it, a bit more volume when you use it clustered, and we're going to use it again. Line's very important when you're designing a modern bouquet or a contemporary bouquet. A nice strong line always looks good. So we're going to continue to emphasize the line here and help the willow transition into the tropical leaves. I think for next we're going to place in some of these Star of Bethlehem, and they are an incredibly long-lasting flower. The botanical name for them is Ornithogalum, and these things can last 3 to 4 weeks for you. And the white blossoms just continue to open all the way up to the very ends of the stems. And as you can see, I'm using the rocks to hold them in place so that once I put them in there, they're staying exactly where we want them to be. And we're just kind of framing out. And as you can see, we're still working with our line, following it through. These are just filling in a bit there. And finally, for flowers, we've got our Brasilia baubles. And we're going to clean off the greenery that's below the water level there again. And we're just going to add this for texture because it's really interesting. You put some of this in a bouquet and everybody wants to come a little closer, have a look at it, touch it, see if it's real. It's just really interesting stuff. And again, from Africa. So whenever you're buying flowers and you come into the store here, ask us, where's this product from? where did you get it? How long did it take to get here? Because the staff here is great. They should know a lot about all of the product that we sell, and they'll know, that this African product is great. It's long lasting. Comes to us via a supplier in Calgary, and they get their shipments in and forward it on to us. But it's just interesting stuff. So that is our bouquet, and I just want to create a little bit more interest. So I've got some lily grass left here at the end that we haven't added in yet, and we're just going to run our fingers along and soften it a little bit. And then I think we'll cut this all at one time so that we get the length that we want, and we can just do one placement into the vase. And that placement will do from this side here and go all the way down in through the rolled up curly willow. And there you go, it balances again on this side from that side. So this is our take on a contemporary bouquet, something simple and easy for you to use. You really need a protea, some reeds, twigs, a couple of leaves, and you're good to go. Stop in, tell us what you'd like to make. We'll help you out. We'll give you some hints on how to put it together. We are Flowers on 9th. We're at 1508 9th Avenue South in Lethbridge, Alberta. Our website is www.flowerson9th.com. You can also email us at service@flowerson9th. Thanks a lot for checking out the video. If you have any questions, if you have any comments, anything you'd like to see in future videos, give us an email or leave a comment below. Thanks for your time tonight.